Everybody here at the ranch has been god-awful busy with spring roundup and getting ready to plant crops and fixing fences and moving the herd, and there's a hell of a lot of work to do. So I haven't read most of the comments for my videos that have been left. I haven't read any of the private messages, but I did read the comments for my Draw Mohammad Day video. I see that at least 2 people asked me why I participated in the Draw Mohammad Day video marathon here on YouTube. From my perspective, I had no choice but to participate. You know, I am pretty much asocial and even antisocial most of the time. But I still have a duty to society, and I do have a duty to what I consider to be my peers, my friends, the people that I interact in or with. That duty includes defending human rights and civil rights. Every human being, or nearly every human being, has the ability, once it is learned, to speak a language. If they can't speak a language, most human beings can at least grunt or get their, in some small respect, their wishes, their desires, their hopes and their needs expressed. If not verbally, they can do it by hand, they can do it by body language. I therefore consider freedom of expression and freedom of speech to be not merely a civil right, that is what the state concedes to the citizens, but a human right, that is what each and every individual in the entire world is born with, the rights that cannot be revoked. Even though they can be denied expression of, they still have those rights. And I believe, besides the right to life itself, freedom of speech, freedom of expression. I base that opinion in part on Robert Green Ingersoll's lectures on the subject. He pointed out humans have this overwhelming need to speak to each other. If you deny certain language, certain expressions, certain ideas, certain opinions, it is a violation of not merely themselves personally. It is a violation of social structure, social adhesive, that which binds people together. You say, no, you may not say this, or you may not speak on this subject, or you may not draw these images and call it the Holy Prophet Muhammad. It harms society. If you I don't agree with everything that R.N. Ross said in his most recent video, but his latter half of that video, he eloquently expressed the opinions on the subject of offending and being offended eloquently. I agree with what he said. I can't recall the last time that I was offended. I may have been 4 years old, maybe, or 5 years old. I cannot imagine anything out there that would offend me deliberately or otherwise, because I take this Zen approach that, if somebody is deliberately trying to be offensive, that person is trying to take control of his or her target, human being, if just for a little bit, to elicit an emotional response or even a physical response. Tears, violence, being upset, disturbed emotionally, intellectually. That is on the part of the person being deliberately offensive. That is a mechanism of control. It's a social control of another person or group of people. The same side of the same, or the opposite side of the same coin, is taking offense where it is not actually present. And it is my opinion that these Islam supremacists who object to images of what people say is an image of Muhammad, I think that is a pretense. I don't actually believe that they are being offended. I believe it is a pretense to control other people by saying, "Oh, how dare you offend me? Oh, I find that so offensive. Stop it. How could you do that to me?" It is another form of control. Their real, as far as I can tell, motivation is they expect everybody else to follow the precepts of their religion, even if those people do not abide by that religion, even if those people find their religion horrid and revolting and disgusting and violent and unworthy of existing in any human being's head, such as my opinion about Islam.